My link said.
Today's show is sponsored by the Daddy-Daughter Dynamics, the path to healing. There's 13 women who share their information and how they travel the road to forgiveness, healing, and self-awareness, and most importantly, self-love. I love lives. Even when things go wrong, it is amazing. I am Brenda Warren, the Solutionist, and I was in Coach Nykia's room on Clubhouse and couldn't get it turned off because she's that good. If you are looking for something amazing, I'm telling you, she has this event that's coming up on September 17th and 18th. That is going to teach you how to make $30,000 on Clubhouse. So if you want some additional information, I want you to look in the description because I'm going to post it there. Coach Nykia is hosting a masterclass that you do not want to miss on September 17th and 18th. I'm excited to be here with you guys today because I am going to be talking to you about 6 tips for marketing your business on social media. I want to help you avoid the mistakes that I made when I started this process of getting on social media because tell you, I made a lot of them, a whole lot of them. We're going to start today. We're talking to you about the 6 tips for marketing your business on social media because if I had known what I know today, God knows I would not have made so many mistakes. I got on everything. And I will tell you the first thing that I will tell you that I wish I knew was you need to have a social media strategy. I didn't have any goals, no plans, and no strategy to speak of. Having a strategy, you must consider how social media can be integrated into your current marketing strategy. Well, guess what, y'all? I didn't even have a marketing strategy. So I basically just joined every platform known to man because that's what I thought you were supposed to do. Truth is, effective marketing requires a plan and a commitment to see real results. See, I had no idea what real results meant. So I simply just joined Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, I joined it. And that was the wrong thing to do. Avoid just signing up for Facebook and Twitter account and posting or tweeting without a plan in place. You know, I had no content plan. I didn't understand the things that Faith James over there, the branding plan taught me how to use it. I'm saying her thing wrong. Faith, do not kill me. I'm having a brain freeze, but I'll put her information down there too because she's a brand strategist. And Faith taught me that life gives you content. God knows I wish I knew that when I started, but thanks to Faith and her amazing course, I now know that life gives me content. And that's why it was important for me to begin to understand that I need to market to my customers. So you got to market to your customers. Who is your target customer? Are you talking to men, women, children, dogs, cats? I mean, who are you talking to? Many of us go out there without any kind of plan, no strategy to speak of, and because we want to help everybody. Well, check this out. If you're talking to everybody, you ain't talking to nobody because depending on what your product or service is, you need to target the people that you're trying to reach. Use the platform your customers hang out on. Anything else is likely to be a waste of time. Child, I was on everything. And one day, my friend Lisa DeShorm, who is my results coach, showed me something called analytics. I had no idea what an analytic was. Still struggling with that one. But anyway, when she showed me how Facebook was not getting me any results, nothing was really, but Instagram and LinkedIn were, I changed my strategy on how I showed up. There are many communities within the various social media sites. I needed to find out exactly which ones had my preferred customer. I soon found out that my preferred customer was on LinkedIn and on Instagram. But I'm still tweaking that some because I'm trying to find my zone, find my lane. What should I be saying? What should I be doing? So it's a work in progress. It is not a one-stop shop when you're marketing to your customers. You have to, feel the pulse of your customer and make sure you're marketing to the people you're trying to reach and that you're reaching them at the places where they hang out. The other thing, I had to consider the various ways that I could build my business through social media. Do I do videos? Do I do TikTok videos? Do I create courses? Do I do webinars? There were just so many options. Do I use a bullhorn and just go, hey, I'm here? Well, believe it or not, I tried all of that. But there are many ways you can gain your attention of your customers through social media. And let me tell you, there were so many I tried. You could try to find new customers using social media, because that was one thing. I had no customers. So I was definitely looking for new customers. I could handle customer concerns and publicly show how I was responsive to my customer service issues. Well, if you don't have no customers, you don't have no issues. Because truth is, for a long time, I was a hobby calling myself a business. I know there's a few of you out there right now that's doing the same thing. But here's the deal. If you have a so-called business and you are not making any sales, you have a hobby, because businesses have revenue. My friend Lisa taught me that one, and I was a hobby for a very long time. But having a clear, transparent way that you do service with your business is one way for sure to gain loyal customers that will come back and return. So when I did get a customer base, if I had an issue, social media was a way to go out there and apologize and or just make a correction. It's also a way to announce sales or special events through social media. That's a great way to gen up business. For example, I'm also launching a 12-week mastermind coming up in September. It's going to go from September 6th to November 22nd. And I'm going to get some highly motivated women or men that want to take their business to the next level so they can learn from my mistakes. I want to do business differently. I want to teach people how to gain the sales, how to get clear on their avatar, and how to make money today, not next week. There's another important step to making sure that you can leverage marketing through social media, and that's being consistent and timely. That's one thing I was not. I was not consistent. I definitely was not timely. But again, you live, you learn, you do better. What does it say? You know better, you do better. Well, I can say that I've learned to respond to any inquiries that result from my social media marketing and spend time online each day. See, I didn't even know when I first got Instagram that people could talk to me, or Twitter. I didn't know how to respond back. I didn't know how the system worked. So I had to take some classes to learn how to do DMs. Now, most people would think that's silly, but the truth is, if you don't know, you don't know. And what's even worse, when you don't know that you don't know. I was so fascinated one day when I realized that people were talking to me on Instagram. Who knew? Probably everybody but me. But when I figured it out, I was able to go in the DMs and answer them. Then the problem became that I started getting so many DMs that I were missing DMs. So I'm at the point now where I'm going to have to hire a VA, but that's an operation in progress. But I tell you, it's better to have more than have none. And right now I have a lot of DMs coming in. So you have to be consistent, because people want to know that they're being acknowledged and that they matter. Avoid letting several days go by without being involved or seen online. Otherwise, people are likely to get bored and leave. You know what? I unplug every other month. I just simply shut it all down and I do nothing. But on the times that I unplug, what I have learned to do was pre-set up posts and videos so that I can still put them out there, so that I'm still maintaining my social media presence. There are actually video programs that will allow you to set up your social media posts and automate the whole process. If that's something that you're interested in, DM me. I'll tell you all about it. But that was just an interesting thing for me. For me, I like the more personal touch. And I think that it's important to do that, because people want you to be as human as possible. With social media, it's generally better to have a picture of your face rather than just your company logo. So every chance I get when I get on social media, I am using my own self, my face, instead of just a picture. And sometimes I use a picture, but people want to do business with people are more likely, I should say, to do business with you as a person as opposed to a faceless company. Try to be as personal and authentic as possible. Just simply be yourself, or as Jen Gottlieb would say, be you, boo. And mentioning Jen Gottlieb, if you want to see someone that is being them, boo, then you need to pick up the next issue of Strong magazine that's about to come out for September. Baby, let me tell you, Jen is on course to be the number one speaker in the universe. And she is not playing. She is showing up and showing out on stages everywhere. So you better get on the train now while you can still see her because she is not playing. She's my shiro. So pick up your issue of Strong magazine and check out Jen. This is my final tip. I guess I should have numbered them 1 through 6, but I didn't even think about it, you guys, because sometimes, you just be doing things and you just get it done. And I'm learning to just do it and then figure it out later. And I'm having a blast doing it my way. But the final tip I have for you guys, honestly, is to track your results. Tracking your results is important because if you're not tracking your results, one of the things I learned in Marine Corps is that you will never hit a target you're not aiming for consistently. You may hit it once in a while just on a humbug, but the truth is, if you want to get good results, you're gonna have to track them. That's why it's important. If Twitter isn't working, drop it. Stop wasting time. You'll know if you need to stay on a social media platform if you're getting the engagement that you're expecting to get. That's why tracking your results is so important. But you'll never know whether or not a specific social media is working unless you track your results. So you have to pay attention. For me, I'm on Twitter, but I think I have like 2, 3 followers. And I've been on there because I went to go off in AA. Hey, Brenda, where you at? And since it was still just a hobby, it was pretty easy to stay there. I'm now reevaluating each of my social media platforms, and I'm going to decide which ones I'm coming off of because they're not getting the customers that I want there, or it's just a waste of my time. It is better to concentrate your time on one social media platform that is getting you customers than to be on all of them and see nothing. Remember, time is money. Social media has many excellent marketing opportunities and have many fun ways to promote your business. You ought to give it a try. Take those 6 tips, rewind this video and look at them. Even though I didn't put them in numerical order of 6, you can rewind this and go back and look at it and find out what it is which tip would serve you. I am learning over the past few months how to do those things that serve me and let go of those things that don't. We go through our lives saying we want to have a business maybe or have a relationship or whatever it is, but we never really think about how we're going to get there. I was talking to a lady earlier today and we were talking about our businesses and some of the challenges we've gone through over the past few months. And one of the things we discussed was why we were doing business. Both of us had the same thought. We wanted to leave a legacy for our children. And I told her about how when I was 38 years old, I finally got pregnant. Now, I was told I couldn't have kids. That's a story for another day, but just to set the stage. So here comes this little bundle of joy, and I'm all excited, and I'm thinking, I got to save for college. I have to make sure this kid's okay. So what did I do? I went into mommy mode. I began to work my job, had a 6-figure job. I was working 18 hours a day. I was doing it. I put aside all the money. So now my 21-year-old Alice is in college at the University of North Carolina School of the Arts in the props department in design. Drafting. Excuse me, I can't even think of what it is. Design and productions program at the University of School of Arts. Okay. So Alex in the program, when Alex leaves college, Alex will have no college debt. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that a blessing for me and for Alex? It would be if I didn't spend all of Alex's young life working so hard that I never got to spend time with my kid. So at 21 years old, I'm now trying to build a relationship that I should have built during Alex's developmental years. You see, I was shocked to discover that my 21-year-old, who is going to leave college without any debt, and I'm proud of that, and I'm not going to have any debt either because now we can pay as they go and we're both going to be clean when they walk out with that great diploma in their hand. But at what cost? The cost was I spent long hours because of wanting to support my child while not supporting my child. I tell you this to say, it is time each of us begins to design our businesses in a way that it actually serves the people we say we're doing it for. If you have your business because you want to leave a legacy for your kids, you want to make sure they're secure, then you need to design the business that allows you to live your best life now. That means no opportunity wasted, no opportunity to spend time with your children, with your significant other, or with yourself. If I knew what I knew now, I would have done things a lot differently. But because of the things I do know now, I teach others how they can have a business that serves them now and will serve them later, that will not have them missing out with time with their family. That's why I developed my 12-week mastermind that's going to help people how to get the sale, but still keep your family. I'm going to be passing that information out in the next couple of days, and I'm excited about it because this is my first big offering out. I've been training for this launch for over a year. I've been educating and teaching a group called The Assembly that is an international group that contains people from Tokyo, Japan, Rio de Janeiro, the Philippines, Taiwan, Israel, India, the UK, and the United States. And I am so excited about the progress each of the members of the Assembly have made. Shout out to you, Assembly. For those of you that are watching live, I thank you for coming in to listen to me today. For those of you that are going to hear this on a replay, please know I am dedicated to making sure that anybody that wants to live their best life now while developing their entrepreneurial muscle, I'm the one for you. Because, see, you can learn from my mistakes. It's no reason to reinvent the wheel. There are so many things I've learned over the past 40 years being in the Marine Corps, having several businesses because I am a serial entrepreneur. I had my first business at the age of 9 when I opened a candy store in the back of my mother's laundry room. I was selling candy and water ices to kids all over the neighborhood. I had the entrepreneur bug because my mother owned a sub shop and I would watch her make money. And one day I wanted something and she said, well, you better figure it out and get your own job. I was 9 years old. I was like, is that all I got to do? And there invented Candy Shop. Everybody called me Candy because I sold candy, and the kids in the neighborhood would run to Candy Shop to get their fill. It was fun. It was something that I enjoyed doing. And when I went into the Marine Corps, that didn't quell my entrepreneurial spirit. I just simply shifted what I did. I then had a lingerie business. I purchased real estate. I sold Princess House, Tupperware. You name it, I probably sold it. I had a gift basket business and a sewing business. I'm well versed in what it takes to run a successful business. And for too long, I sat on my gift when I got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder. Nowadays, I simply say, I plan to show up daily so that I can make sure others live their best life now. And as I've told you before, now is no opportunity wasted. And if you'd like to stop wasting the opportunities in your life and find out what you need to do to go from hobby to business, or to just find out how to increase your sales and get clear on your avatar, learn about networking, get to meet some phenomenal women that are doing it good, then you want to come out and join me and others from September 6th to November 22nd, every Tuesday from 2 to 3:30 as we begin to share what you need to know to move to the next level. It is time for us to get the sale and stop just talking about it. I am tired of hearing those of you out there that have phenomenal products, phenomenal services, but you don't have any clients. Well, I can tell you how to get them, and I'm excited to do that. In addition, I'm all about promoting other women in business that are ready to get their business off the ground. That is why I'm happy to tell you about Faith James and the Faith for Life. I'm going to put the information down there so you can find out about it so that you can get your branding on point. I want to tell you about Coach Nykia, who is the head of the CEO of the Chosen Academy and Chosen Services. She has all types of services that can do for you. Is also with branding and getting yourself together. There's coaching. She's just phenomenal. She does so much. I'm going to put that information for those ladies in the description below once I get it all locked down. But I'm telling you, there are so many phenomenal women out there doing their best to tap into their genius. I want you to, if you have time to, go out and purchase my book, Soul Searching. Get on board for transformation using the tap-in method. It'll give you an idea and a taste for my teaching style and what I'm saying. I use an imaginary trip to my grandmother's house to give you an idea how you can tap into your best life, because I believe all of us should have futures so bright that we have to wear shades. Are you ready to tap into your unique gifts? Tell me. I want to know. And if you're ready to be a guest on my podcast, which will be starting up again in September, I took a little break because I needed to release, relax, and relate. So I unplugged. Sometimes you just need to take a step back so you can take a step forward. And I'm excited about all the things I put in place so that I can come back, baby, better than ever. And for those of you out there that have asked me, there's been some questions asked about, Brenda, how do you deal with haters? Some of you that's already seen me know, I don't worry about haters because I have hater blockers. You see, there are those people that will always try to put you down for where you start. We all start somewhere. But you just have to put on your hater blockers, and I encourage you all to create your own pair and send me pictures of them. I've been loving to see those of you that have created your own hater blockers, because when your future is as bright as ours is about to be, you have to block those haters and let them know. Do you know the young lady that inspired this set of glasses caused me to make over $600 just because I had to create some hater blockers? And when I did, other people thought it was so cool that they asked me to create some for them. I'm telling you that to let you know even your enemies will help you make bank. It's just all about what you do with it. As most of you know, I live in an attitude of gratitude, and I'm grateful for any and every one of you that took the time to sit here and listen to me as I tell you the things that are on my heart and on my mind. I hope you can use some of those strategies that will help you tap into the social media world in a way that's effective and profitable for your business. Remember, the choices that you make today will truly, and I do mean truly, be the reality you live tomorrow. So choose wisely. Be blessed, everyone, and have an absolutely fabulous weekend.